Hey, I'm Tom.
I'm Josh. We're from Jungle, and we're here at Amoeba Records picking out 5 each, and we're going to be taking you through them. Oh, I copied you.
You didn't.
That was paper. Was that paper? Let's see a rewind.
2, 3, shut. The first record I picked today was Moby's Play. This is the first album I actually bought ever physically, and that was a tape back in something, late 99, there we go.
They're approving of Moby Break.
They're like, yeah,
So to move on from your classic, I've gone for something that I kind of grew up with, that was always being played in my house, which is Buena Vista Social Club. It just kind of always reminded me of like a Saturday morning, something my parents would put on. Just breakfast it reminds me of, and you know what I mean? Newspaper and
newspaper, bit of orange juice.
But it's a great record, beautiful record, and I remember learning all the bits on the Chan Chan is that opening track. Used to be able to play it on the guitar. There you go.
Harry Nilsson Schmilsson. This is another record that I was given to by my parents. I think that's a good way of describing that event. Yeah, just something that we always used to listen to in the car on like family car journeys, and listening to my dad singing Coconut quite loudly is quite amusing. But yeah, he's an amazing songwriter and wrote incredible pop songs, but they were so kind of unique in their presentation. So yeah, Harry Nilsson.
Got this selection of disco mixes by John Morales. He's a mix engineer. He's based in New York. He did a load of edits of these classic disco tunes. When we first started DJing, we used to play those.
I like how it's like the IBM font.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for another record that I guess I sort of like found it at university, but I don't have it on vinyl. And it's The Pretender by Jackson Browne.
And the fuse is burning, and the earth is turning.
Yeah, just a really like unique take on Americana, and great songs. I mean, the Fuse is a great tune, so I'm looking forward to sticking that on later.
We got in an Uber yesterday, and I was playing you a track, and then the Uber driver just goes, "Hey, yo, have you heard this?" He's like he heard something in there, and then he played us this track, which was called Superman Lover, and it was by Johnny Guitar Watson.
They call me Superman Lover, yeah.
This is live in Hamburg, 1976, so it's going to have a little bit of a different flavour, I suppose, to the original recording. But there you go. And I'll put it back on my pile.
Noi with their second record, too. Very krautrock way of naming your records, which I quite like. One of my favourite record shops in London is called Sounds of the Universe. It's where Soul Jazz Records do all of their compilations out of. I just like randomly went and bought a compilation of krautrock, Deutsche Elektronische Musische, Volume 1. Noi and Can in particular really stood out to me. So yeah, I've never owned a Noi album on vinyl yet, so it's in the bag.
Something a little bit more modern. Sweatshirt came out end of last year, and what I quite liked about this is it was kind of gone back to this really kind of tight little 1 minute 30 track lengths, and they're just these little ideas, and it kind of feels like it's completely unfinished but so finished at the same time.
Why ain't nobody tell me I was bleeding? Please, nobody pinch me out this dream.
That's obviously just an iPhone photo, just blurred. It's kind of really throwaway, and I think that, you know, a lot of people kind of take a lot of time trying to make a perfect record. Sometimes it can be the quickest thing, and then there's a beauty to that, so thanks, Earl. Obviously it's not his name, but.
My last choice is a classic. I'd like to just go for something really random that I've never heard of before. I love how it looks. I quite like the description. Edits and rarities from obviously.
That's what hooked you in, I think.
Togolese.
There's 2 words at the
edits
top.
and rarities, maybe. But I like the illustration. That's how I found the first Tame Impala record. I just walked into a record shop and it was like, what's that artwork? And then I put it on and it was great.
And look at them now.
It's all down to me.
Seeing as you picked something random, you picked something that you know, but more random for me, which you're going to have to explain.
So, Late Night Tough Guy is a remixer, editor. He's done some amazing stuff.
What's this one called?
This is called Dance Your Ass Off.
I'm in.
Your random choice by me.
Is there something about edits that you guys like in particular?
I think edits are kind of fun, they especially when you're taking older music. You know, we like hip hop and obviously we like kind of disco, and it's kind of a mix of those 2 worlds, just taking a little loop, you know, the best kind of 4 or 8 bar groove that keeps you in the groove, I suppose.
I think a lot of our favourite music has got that element of either like samples, like that's why I picked out Moby as well when I was a kid, and because there were so many, you know, it was the first time I'd sort of experienced electronic music as something that wasn't purely like techno, because techno's quite intimidating when you're 10 years old. And so it was the first time that electronic music had felt human, and I guess that's a large part of that is down to the fact that they were using snippets of songs that are like, you know, written, recorded with soul and emotion, and not just like a kick drum and a bass line.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You're never gonna change.